Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. This video is different to our usual ones, as some of you might know, half of Portugal has been burning in the last week. This episode is quite raw, hardly edited, and it is our reality we are showing here. We are fine, we haven't been hit this time, and thank you to those who have expressed their concern for our well-being. Nonetheless, we have been filming in our area and we're very concerned, obviously, nervously waiting whether the fire will spread to our land. Because we suffered the fires that swept through Serra da Estrela 2 years ago, we are still traumatized. Whoever has never experienced this, they will not understand the full extent of the trauma. Portugal burns every year as it's dry and hot with strong winds. The landscape is full of monoculture forests with eucalyptus and pine plantations, and it is something that is considered normal, believe it or not. However, when the fire starts at midnight in the middle of dense forest where no one lives, surely one must ask questions how that could happen. Well, even though this is nowhere too close to us, it is close actually, but I don't know, I suppose you can't gauge the distance, but it's just over the valley. The village of Capixana is like 3 kilometers from us, and this is just over the hill, and our friends live there, quite a few of them, and it has moved, the fire front has moved considerably, and I have to say, I think this is the first reason why we don't want to live in Portugal anymore. We don't want to be scared every summer when the fire is going to come, because the fire will come, and it doesn't matter how it started, but this is something that we cannot live with. Just like the fires 2 years ago, which started somewhere around 3 a.m. in the mountains in a hardly accessible area, and the whole range was left to burn for 2 weeks, destroying over 27,000 hectares of land just in that area. This year was no exception. We received a text message on Sunday, 15 September, alerting us to extreme risk of fires in the next 72 hours. And guess what? They started that night, yes, in the middle of the night, one after another, fires igniting visibly in one line. Coincidence? Well, another unfortunate reality of living in Portugal is the risk of fires, and the fires are very active since day before yesterday. Yesterday was one of the worst days, and this fire over there just broke up probably 10 minutes ago, maybe, not even that. And although you can't see the flames, they are behind the hill. Yeah, I can see the plane already arriving, so yeah, it was the same fire a little bit further last night. And this is the horizon. Yesterday the fires have started over there, and because of the easterly wind, it's moving all along, and there's a massive one there, still angry since yesterday. So all you can see is the clouds of fire smoke and ash, and yeah, so it's not very nice to watch. I don't know, you might be able to see the flames now. The camera is not the best, but yeah, you might just wanna, yeah, you might see it. Right, 5 minutes difference. The whole top of the hill is now burning because of the wind. The wind is very strong, and yeah, yeah, it's not very pleasant to see. We can hear the sirens, the fire brigade, and all we can do is just keep watch. What is also strange is that it wasn't that hot, despite some of the media claiming the temperatures between 35 and 40 degrees Celsius, which was just untrue. That site has not stopped burning since 2 days ago. And it keeps burning, keeps reigniting, and more fires are being reported, and they're not like small fires. This is very far from us, but the columns of the smoke are just ginormous. So we decided to get ready just in case, although it doesn't look bad here, but the situation can change very quickly, and so we just need to make sure we don't have any wood lying around like this one here. These planks we have to remove, and anything that is flammable, and it's not in the way. Susanna started filling up the buckets on the perimeter where the hose will not reach, so you can see her down there. So we're going to place buckets full of water strategically around the house and hope for the best, really, but we have to be prepared. And this time we are not leaving the land like we did 2 years ago. So we are determined because we kind of know what could happen. So yeah. Yes, it hasn't rained since June, but the temperatures were not exceptional. There were hardly any fires in Portugal in August, when it was much hotter with high winds. Peculiar, if you ask me. Right, so from the last time, like I said, that was clear. It's not clear anymore. There's a new major fire there. This one is still very sinister. There's another one, and there's lots of smaller, well, kind of smaller. There are big fires, actually. From here they look smaller, but they're not there. But this one is the major one. And this one is turning into another as well. Well, it's another day. It's Wednesday, 18th of September, and I was hoping I will not have to make this update, but I'm afraid the fires on the other side of the valley, that's a Fornos town there, and behind it, that's Penalba do Castelo, and Mangualde, there, it's still burning viciously, and at night I woke up at 2 o'clock, and the moon was, there was actually full moon, it was beautiful. But I saw lots of flames. This is really like far in the distance, but I could see flames with my naked eye. And the fires are reigniting all the time because of the wind. Now the wind has changed from easterly to south wind, but when I watch the clouds, the columns of clouds popping up and down, they keep changing direction, so it looks like, there's a swirling wind there. And one of our friends has his farm right there, and I just checked a map, and it looks like his farm was hit, but I'm just waiting for the confirmation from him. But obviously I don't want to pester him now, but yeah, it doesn't look good at all. So far we are kind of safe here. The fire keeps raging over there, and we can now see active fire front. It looks quite scary. I don't know whether you can see through this camera, but I can see very well. According to provisional data from the European Forest Fire Information System of the Copernicus Observatory, quote, While 2024 had been relatively calm regarding fires, with less than 10,000 hectares burned by the end of August, over 72,000 hectares of forest have been destroyed since Sunday 15th in Portugal. Unquote. You can research the extent of damage online. You can find many videos from the inferno. You can read many articles. You can also find maps showing where it burned. Strangely, there were many severe fires along the west coast and up in the northern part of the country, where it rains even in the summer. Funnily enough, these areas are closely linked to mining of rare minerals. There's food for thought, and I will leave this with you. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time with hopefully more uplifting content. Take care and bye for now.